wanna get up in there, girl? Do you mind doing that for me? I'm like very much not in the mood. No? Okay. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and to another folding and rant. Folding and story to folding and allow me to give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions and then ask you to respond with your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. I have switched sides today for lighting purposes and I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. So there we go. Speaking of not knowing who I am I an influencer? Am I a sellout? Help me sort this out. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I had mentioned it previously in a video and was like, hey, I kind of like maybe want to make a full video about this. So here we are, that's what we're doing. And you read the title. I think it's so interesting. The other day, Jeff, my husband, was like, I forget like what the context was and why it even came up, but he was like, oh, everyone's always selling something. And I was like, you're actually like so not wrong. Even like big, small influencer or not influencer at all. It seems like, especially on like Instagram, I can't speak for TikTok because I'm not on there, but if you have thoughts and feelings and insights on that, you can let me know in the comments below because I find it interesting. But like, they're like, everyone's just like always selling something. It's like so intense. You can't just go look at a fun picture without like, you know, also seeing the hashtag ad, or a lot of times you don't even see that. It's just, you know, a swipe up or a mention or whatever. And I was just kind of curious as to like when that happened, and also like, okay, so when I started YouTube, like the word influencer wasn't even a thing. That was so long ago, right? Like 13 years ago. The word influencer came way further down the line, and influencer was obviously like born out of this idea that these people online, myself included, influence our viewers to buy things. I mean, right? I mean, it can also influence lifestyles, trends, all that stuff, but everything behind that is really consumerism. And it's like, when did that shift happen? And it just kind of happened, and happened so naturally, and like I didn't ever really question it or really realize it until very recently when Jeff pointed out like, oh, like literally everyone on your feed is selling something. And it kind of made me feel gross. But also like, yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game, right? And like, I'm talking just about myself now, like I'm the first to say like, when a brand offer comes in to my inbox, I'm pretty excited because, especially now that, well, one, but aside from the fact that my like view counts is down significantly from what it used to be, so there's that. So like my CPMs, I'm not making as much just like simply off of YouTube, but also like brand deals they're not as like often, and they're not as like lucrative as they used to be. So when they come through, you're like excited because you need that, you need that income, and who wouldn't want that income? But also with that, I've always felt, and maybe this is because I started way before, you know, we were really making money off of YouTube, and this was more of like an entertainment platform, and we were doing, you know, lifestyle stuff still, like vlogging and stuff, but like, there wasn't brand deals back then. So we weren't selling things, we were just trying to entertain, you know, take it or leave it, whether or not that was fun content at the time, you know, that's just what it was. And so it's so interesting now that so much of what we do is like sharing products and giving promo codes and all of that stuff, or affiliate links and all that. And so I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me because I'm so excited when those come along. But I also feel like, since I did come from this like old school mentality where it's like, no, this platform is free. Like you guys know, it took me forever to even move over to a Patreon, which then I ended up not doing because I started to feel guilty that it wasn't like giving enough for like the money being spent there. That's my own like whatever issue, and like, but I'm always like so weary about charging people anything, so that when a brand deal comes through, yes, I'm super excited, but I also do vet them so that I am only promoting things that either I use on a daily basis. So a lot of times like I'll be using a product and then I will personally reach out to a brand and be like, I love your product, and like, is there ever a chance of collaboration here, so that I'm actually just bringing you guys promo codes or affiliate links or whatever the case is. so that it's like mutually beneficial, and you know that it's a product that I really like, or it's a product that I think is fantastic or useful, or that like the general public, which is my audience, would appreciate. So I feel like I try to like have integrity in how I pick and choose, but it's not always perfect. And if I do like promote a brand that then like in turn turns out to be like not the best, I do try to like be open and honest about that, and or like listen to your feedback if there's something that you don't like that I'm promoting. But whatever, that's like off topic. I'm just curious if you guys have noticed this like huge shift that happens so slowly. So maybe it's not noticeable, and maybe I'm just like overthinking it, but like, do you guys notice that like people are selling you stuff like wherever you go? It's just like buy, buy, buy. And how do you feel about that? And then alternatively, like, okay, so like I said, like the brand deals have been coming in very slow. You might notice like I don't do that many. I just did one for an at-home like gut test thing where then they give you probiotics, which I thought was like such a cool thing. And anything like medical related that's helpful that you can do from the comfort of your home, that's safe, I like really think that's where it's at. I love that, and I was so happy to bring that to you. But now, so anyways, sorry, I'm so rambling. I'm having like pregnancy brain to the nth degree, and I went out to lunch with my mom, and then we went to do a little bit of window shopping, and I'm just like so tired. But I should have been a little bit more eloquent with how I'm presenting this information. But okay, so back it up, Lisa. So what I'm trying to say is like, so it's been a while since I've been doing branded stuff. They come here and there. We'll have a maternity cup sheet thing coming, which I'm actually so excited about. And like I will promote and leave links, affiliate links, which I assume all of you know what affiliate links are, but if you don't, it's like, you know, they have these different like apps or different websites like to know it, which essentially if I'm talking about things I got at Target, I'm not being sponsored by Target, but what I can do is then go onto Target, find the item I'm talking about, copy that link, put it into this website, and like it'll give me a unique URL. So if you are to click on the link in my profile, it'll take you to Target, but it'll like process the fact or like mark out the fact that you used my link. And so then I will get like a very small, I mean, we're talking like such a small percentage if you are to purchase that item. So I do really appreciate when you do click on my links, but like even that, I'm like, is it weird that I'm constantly putting like links in my bio if you're interested? I don't know. But then, so where it all like came from now and why I want to talk this out with you guys is, first of all, I'm not slamming this because again, not biting the hand that feeds me, and also I think there's a lot of merit to this, right? So with everything, especially social media wise, I think like everything in balance for me is where it's at and where I feel like comfortable and things are acceptable in my eyes. So it's like pick and choose, you know, your brand deals, make sure that you feel confident with what you're promoting, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to push, 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 but if there's a product that you do feel passionate about, you can at least offer that out. What I'm finding now, one, is that I'm getting more offers now that I'm pregnant, because there is so like the consumerism around pregnancy and babies and new parents is like insane. There's so many products. Like, I mean, it is like a bajillion-dollar business. So I think that lends itself to more offers coming my way. But also with that, I'm finding myself loving and constantly watching new channels specifically for like items I registered for, or things must have for newborns, or things I regret buying. And I find myself like eating up that content because it is a really fun, easy, and concise way for me to, I can do all the research I want online and read, but then I go to these videos and I like to see like, okay, what is this mom mentioning, or this pregnant woman mentioning? Do I already have that on my list? Let me click on her link and do a little research from that and go from there. And so like, it is a really cool device, and like, I'd rather give someone that's hustling and making videos a piece of the money, because they've done the ultimate research for me and they've broken it down for me. So like, there's something kind of awesome about that, as opposed to just going to a random website and, you know, reading the customer reviews and you're not seeing a face to the customers. And I don't know, so I'm pushing and pulling. I have like a push and pull feeling about specifically influencers promoting things, because I think when it's authentic and these really are items that they like really enjoy or really don't enjoy, it's like so awesome as a consumer, because you really are getting this one-on-one, for what it's like worth, experience. And so I'm wondering, as I move forward in making my content, and you know, like, if you feel cool with me promoting things when or talking about items or things to buy, like if I'm feeling actually passionate about it, versus just like not doing that at all. I don't know. And like, how do you guys feel when you watch people's videos? Do you, like, for instance, I have a friend, Rebecca, who is Mommy in Heels. I talk about her a lot because she's one of the OG bloggers, like fashion bloggers. Like, she started a blog. Remember when like blogs were where it's at? She still has her blog going, but she does the bulk of her content on Instagram stories. She hustles so hard. The amount of work those like fashion Instagrammers, and I'm sure TikTokers, again, I don't have insight to that, but like the amount of work they do to daily content in terms of like fashion. Every day she's on there showing a new piece of clothing, promoting a new something, and it's like all stuff that she has ordered. Most of the time she orders it herself and she just affiliate links it. So I think there's several ones that are sponsored, but I would say like probably the majority of her stuff is self-bought, and then she just affiliate links, and that's probably where she makes the bulk of her money. But like, that is a hustle, and like, I very much respect that. I told her, because I was like asking her for the breakdown of how she does that, because I was thinking about doing it, and then ultimately I was like, okay, that's not for me. Like, I can't keep up with that lifestyle and schedule, and also I'm just not that fashionable. She's like, oh my god, if you need to, like, if you want to follow someone who, she really offers accessible clothing brands also, which I love, and all body sizes. Like, she's rad. I'll leave her information down below. But like, for someone like her, like, I've purchased several items because of her Instagram stories, and it's awesome, because then I know I don't just go to the Old Navy website and I'm like overwhelmed. She's basically a curator for fashion. And so I guess I've never thought about that influencers are curators. That's a far more attractive name and title for, in my opinion, a curator instead of an influencer. Influencer, I guess, just sounds so like, I don't know, like manipulative or something. I don't know. I'm rambling, as I do in these videos. Speaking of promoting items, I've talked about these leggings so much. I got them on Amazon. They're like 16 bucks. I will leave the link to these. This is when I'm like, hey, I'm just like passionate about this product. So what does that make me? Like, I would literally probably make 12 cents off of this if you guys clicked on the link and purchased, but like, I still want to share that, and I do want to offer the link, because I do feel like someone out there is like, ooh, I want to know about these. See where my mind goes? I get so conflicted because I don't ever want to like present as anything other than genuine, but like, you might as well learn about these, and I might as well make 12 cents out of it. These are like some cheap satinas leggings that I got off of Amazon. I purchased 2 more pairs of these because they're just so stinking comfortable, and they're growing as I grow, which is great. So anyways, all right, sidetracked, everybody. And the Gap pajamas. See, I talked about the Gap pajamas, and someone said they went out and got the Gap pajamas, and that made me happy. Also brings me joy. It's like when friends tell you what they purchased, and then you go out and purchase it. Just trying to find the balance, I guess. And like, what do you think are is all the content you watch and all the influencers you watch like pushing product, or are the majority of them just like lifestyle, or I don't know. I'm just curious like what the balance for you as someone who watches YouTube is. I'm trying to think like what, I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube lately because I'm so stuck on Love Island UK, and it like literally eats up all my time that I barely have any time for YouTube. But when I do, like I said, now I'm into this like whole new realm of videos where I'm just watching like newborn essentials. So yeah, that's just like links, or I'll watch podcasts, which is just talking about The Bachelor. So I don't know. I'm not really exactly sure where I was going with this, other than to just open the conversation, hear your opinions on it. I mean, sometimes people get so mad at like beauty influencers, especially for like calling them like money grabbers and stuff like that. And it's like, well, I guess that is kind of the name of the game. And we were suddenly labeled after several years of doing this as influencers with the purpose of selling. And all these big companies like started popping up to basically manage and get us brand deals. And yeah, it just turned into a whole consumer marketplace. But also like, it doesn't bother me when people I'm watching have affiliate links or have a bunch of ads on their video, because as someone who does this for a living, like I get that. It's very interesting, and I'm very interested to see where this continues to go. I will make you the promise, like, that as I do continue to do these videos, and as brand deals do continue to come through, I will do my best to really vet them, make sure that it's a company I believe in, or a purpose I believe in, or a product that I love. I get a lot of emails for like video game type things, or like computer programs that like it would be so inauthentic for me to promote, so I just don't. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I think everything, like everything in life, it's all about balance. Oh mom, if you're watching this, I borrowed this when you were out of town. I'm sorry, I forgot to give it back to you. Very, very warm, very soft, Target. Yeah, I just promise to continue to be mindful with what I promote and how I promote it. And we'll just go from there. But for real, like, to help mommies or new parents like sort through all this product, it is like very, very helpful when you go on to these influencers like pages, even on Instagram. Like a lot of times, like I'll find the product I'm interested in and I'll go onto their Instagram, and then I'll go into their tagged photos. I legit did this for a crib because I found a crib that I wanted that I couldn't find reviews for some reason. It was really weird. It's a West Elm crib, and I know West Elm furniture is wonderful. We have so much of it, and it sustains. It's like, if you're gonna do it, like, it's a good piece of furniture, and also like all their stuff is like green guarded. There's like no chemical, whatever. That's a conversation for another day. But I found this crib, but I couldn't find reviews for it, and it was like weirding me out that I couldn't find reviews. So I went onto their Instagram, and then I straight up went to their tagged photos, and then I found two people, random people, who had the crib, and I DM'd them to ask them for their opinion. One person never wrote me back, probably was like, who is this stranger, or didn't even notice. But one of the girls wrote me back, and she was so nice and like so helpful. And in fact, she does love the crib, so that was helpful. Which also is how I got my wedding ring, because I knew I wanted a turquoise ring, a turquoise stone, and so I just searched on Instagram for like with the hashtag like turquoise ring, turquoise engagement ring, whatever, and then I like came across this one, and there was a girl who had it in all of her photos, and I messaged her and inquired all about it to see if she actually loved it, and blah 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 blah. So there you go. So I guess I am about like real people reviews, and I guess that is what influencers are. It's just like making sure that the ones you follow are as authentic as possible. And then I guess, even with me, taking everything with a grain of salt, because you know, ultimately there is a kickback coming. So you kind of have to take everyone's opinions and everyone's brand deals with a grain of salt, and make your own decisions from there. So there you go. This is my dissertation on influencers and consumerism. Not very well thought out, certainly not presented in a organized fashion, but we did get our laundry folded, and that was a feat in itself. I would love to know your opinion, just generally speaking, on consumerism, specifically through the lens of an influencer and as someone who consumes influencer content. What you find cool, what you find a little jarring, just your general opinions. I think you guys are brilliant. I love reading your comments on these folding days, and you know, rock on. I think you're smart and kind and cool, and I'm so happy to have you here to listen to me rant and rave and slightly be out of breath just from folding laundry alone. But we did it, guys, we did it. I love you all, and I will see you this week. I do have a newly try on that I do want to get to. I just have to like wake up first thing in the morning and do it. That's how I've been getting things done, is like get it done early and then just lay on the couch for the rest of the day. That's the pregnancy life, and that's okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.